What is going on, people? If you haven't seen me in a while, that's because I've been sick for the past 2 weeks about. Still not 100%. Had flu-like symptoms, had a strep throat and such. So today, to make up for it, I'm going to give you 2 reviews in one. Not only that, it's been a while, but because it's 2 movies from the same company that were nice enough to send me over some links to their movies. They are lower budget movies, which I'll get into. But anyway, Catch Me, Kill Me Productions were nice enough to send me over Fireside Tales, which is more of an anthology film, and Monkey Farm, which is one of their newer ones, where it's more of a creature feature type film, if you want to go for that. So anyway, it seems like it's a group of people that came together to make movies, which is really cool, really fun. You see the passion and stuff that goes into them. But like I said, they're on the lower budget scale. So as I go into those movies, I look differently at those movies and kind of give them more, I don't want to say passes. I'll get into it as the review goes on. So let me get into Fireside Tales first. It is written and directed by Ian Messenger. It's also written by Justin Celani. It stars Donna Brown, Justin Celani, Tim Christie, among many others. So pretty much what this is, it's a anthology film, like I said. It's got 3 stories that go into it, and then a 4th kind of, thing that kind of not brings it together, because you get certain types of anthologies where every kind of story kind of fits into each other. Then this one's kind of different. It has 3 separate stories, but then the 4th story kind of you have to watch it to understand what I'm talking about. 3 separate stories with 3 separate type killers. You get a monster type killer, you get a slasher type killer, you get a what do they call it, a skinwalker, I believe it's called, and just all over the place. They got different types of killers. With the like I was saying, I take lower budget movies and I look at them differently. When you get these $1 million budgets or even higher or whatever, you get a little bit more wiggle room with certain things. With these lower budget films, you gotta kind of cut costs where you can and kind of make do with what you have. So a lot of the times when you're watching these lower budget movies, and a lot of lower budget movies, get kicked in the balls, is because sometimes you don't get, the quality of visuals or the quality of sound or the acting or whatever comes with it. A lot of the times, a lot of these lower budget movies kind of have deficiencies, I guess you want to call it. But this one, I must say, took what it had. I don't know the budget, but with these movies, they took what they had and kind of ran with it. The thing I was very surprised with was the visuals. Like, the look of the films were definitely better than some of the lower budget films I've seen before. Sometimes you get them grainy and stuff, but these 2 films definitely had, a nice look to them. The sound was really good. I enjoyed the sound. It wasn't, too loud or too off a lot. Sometimes it was a little off, but not going to say the whole movie. So the sound sometimes takes me out of movies right from the beginning. So with the sound, it was really good. Again, with a lot of the lower budget films, with the kills and stuff, you get more of an implied kill as opposed to an on-screen kill, meaning you're going to get a lot of, sounds and stuff. You're going to see a lot of blood come out, on people coming out of mouths, but you're not actually going to see the actual thing happen kind of deal. You'll get bits and pieces of it, but you're not going to get the full, body rip or head ripped off or cuts all over the place. You're going to get, a sound or something, and then it's going to look like they've been cut. So anyway, with these, that's kind of, the limitations that you do have. Some of the, creatures didn't look as realistic as some other creatures I've seen. But especially with Fireside Tales, I kind of play on that a lot. Like some of the, as I'm watching some of these stories go along, I'm picking out bits and pieces, and I'm like, this could have been different, this could have been different. And then right after the story, it's kind of funny. They kind of throw each other in these stories, so that kind of plays into the whole storyline. They're like, oh yeah, that's me in this story. Or one of the girls, it's kind of funny, she's like, I'm in every single one of these stories and then my tits get shown. And I must say there are, nude scenes in this, so that definitely adds to the whole, okay, this is pretty good kind of deal. But some of the times too, like I said, after the story, they pull out and they say, oh, okay, well, how come this and this and this? And that was some of the issues I had with the story, but they called it out. So it's kind of self-aware as they come along. So it's definitely one of those things where they know their limitations, they know what they have, but they still go on with it. So that's another reason why I liked these two movies especially, because, they're not trying to be something. They're not trying to, portray it as something. But what they have is what they can use, and they go with it. So, again, with these anthology films, it's always Creepshow and Trick or Treat is always two of my favorites. I can't say they're up there with it, but, it's fun and entertainment. It kept me on the edge of my seat. Some of the acting was a little over the top, I must say. I don't know if it's written that way or whatever. Some people, I'm like, you could tone it down a bit, but I must say I enjoyed it for what it was. So, Fireside Tales, an anthology film. If you're into that, definitely check it out. Give it a chance. And like I said, know what you're getting into. Lower budget films, you're not going to get everything that you see in these bigger budget films, so know what you're walking into. But I must say, if you enjoy lower budget films, this one's definitely for you. And the second one is a more recent movie from them. It came out last year, and it's called Monkey Farm. And it's pretty much... let me get into it. It's written and directed by Ian Messenger. It stars Don Carlos. Again, it stars Justin Celani, Tim Christie, among many others. This one's more shot like documentary style, and it has like a Planet of the Apes vibe in the background. I'll get into that. But it's a documentary about animal testing and stuff, and they find out about a certain, almost like myth, like a story going on about this thing called Monkey Farm. And the name of the monkey is escaping me right now, but pretty much, like I said, Planet of the Apes kind of deal. They're testing this stuff on these monkeys, and some of these monkeys are becoming smarter and almost human-like and thinking for themselves and kind of deal. So there's a story that goes along with it. So this one, again, I'm forgetting the name for some reason. I'm going to remember it probably right after the review. But supposedly it's haunting this monkey farm kind of deal, and people have seen them before, and people have gotten killed by this thing before, and what turned into a documentary pretty much just about animal testing now turned into this documentary about this monkey farm. So these group of kids are now going, talking to different, at first it was talking to doctors about, animal testing. Then it turned into going and talking to these locals about this whole monkey farm and what goes on and stuff. They end up running into these two, quote-unquote, hunters, I guess you want to call it. And at one point in time, they decide to go check out this monkey farm at night. They went during the day, didn't really see much anything, and, the stories always happens at night. You have to go there at night kind of deal. So, everybody was definitely, not everybody, certain people were, more excited to do it, I guess for more research, but some people kind of, iffy, but they end up going, checking this place out, and let's just say it might not have been the smartest thing to do. So again, I don't want to go way too deep into this one because, with the anthology, you got a little bit more to play with. This, I don't want to go way too deep into the plot and kind of give it away. So that's pretty much what it is. They end up at the end of this kind of going and trying to figure out or trying to check out this monkey farm, and it might not be the best for them. So again, two movies that were nice enough to, show me for review purposes, and I must say, I definitely enjoyed them. Again, with the lower budget, you kind of got to go into it a little bit different way because you're not, what you expect for certain movies, you're not going to get in these. But I must say, for the plot lines, I definitely enjoyed them. Again, I was very surprised with the visuals. Lower budget. That's kind of one of the main things that they lack in is usually audio or audio, not only audio, but sound and visuals. And I must say they both had that. Again, the acting was really cool, really fun. I don't know why I said cool, but really good. And the plot lines definitely kept me in them. So definitely for, not hearing about them or whatever, I'd say, again, there's certain people that have that stigma about lower budget films, so they never give them a chance. But if you're into the lower budget films, if you're into the, the indie type films, definitely go ahead. Check out these two, Monkey Farm and Fireside Tales. I'm going to look. I believe they have them VOD on Amazon. I got to check it because, again, I was sent them. So I'll check where you can find them. I'll look to see if they have trailers for them, so then you could check them out beforehand. And definitely check out Catch Me, Kill Me Productions. And know they have a website. I know they have an Instagram, which I got in contact with them, and I'll check out for anything else that they do have. So check out the description for everything that I talk about. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed these reviews. Hopefully kind of push you towards them. If you haven't already and you like my stuff and like my reviews, hit that subscribe button. Let people know I'm out here, not only for me, but for these movies. The more people that see these reviews, it'll open their eyes to movies that they've never seen before. So many people complain about movies being the same all the time now. Well, these two are completely different than other ones I've seen. So check them out. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Check the description for everything I talk about, and also all my other social medias. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.